Hey everyone, this is Alex.
This is Vashka. This is the Full Odyssey podcast, episode 16. And today we're going to talk about what?
Random stuff, I guess.
Right, as usual. We don't really have
Yeah.
a solid topic, but
Right.
yeah, stick around with us.
Yes. So, okay, first things first. Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Yay. How was 2020? It was an amazing year, right? I agree. Now it's time for round 2. You guys ready
Yes,
for this?
round two. Yes, it's the start of a new year, and I started off the new year by playing Spider-Man on the PS4.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
PS4. Oh, PS4?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's for the PS4, but I have it on the PS5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know you had a PS4. So you played on PS5.
No. So I don't. Where am I? I'm at the part where I just met MJ.
Right?
I finished defeating those demon guys, and I went to Martin Lee or Mr. Negative.
So Mr. Negative sounds like you. By the way, you know about like Spider-Man or lores and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I've been wondering, like, is Mr. Negative has been like a villain for a while in that franchise, or what?
What do you mean
Or is it
by
like a
a
new
while?
thing?
Like,
As in, like, well, because like I don't know, for me the main like antagonist in Spider-Man universe that I know of, it's like Doc Ock, Carnage, Venom, Rhino, the Scorpion, right? Like I know those guys, but I've never heard of
Mr. Negative.
yeah, Mr. Negative. I've heard of Green Goblins too, but Mr. Negative I've never heard of him. Like, is he a new thing or he's been in some like hidden issues and stuff?
Technically, he's not new, but he is new compared to the other villains. If that makes sense.
I see.
I think his first appearance was like 2008 or something like that.
Oh, so I mean, it has been like a while too.
Yeah, so
I
that's
just
what I
never-
mean. Like,
yeah.
yeah, technically he is old, but compared to the old,
It's
to
not
the
classic
vintage villains,
Yeah. I see.
I actually like his backstory though. In the comics, he's like a like a fob, right? And he got his powers in the boat or on this boat ride to America.
Oh.
Yeah. And
So, what was the source of his power, though?
well, here's the thing. Originally, it was thought that he was two different people,
Oh,
and then Mr. Negative was the original, right?
right.
So he already had that power, and he just took over someone else's body because to try to escape. But I think they changed it now so that there wasn't two separate people. It was already one people. It was one person, and he was just playing a character.
I see. So that's why, because like for me, like I've never known of this Mr. Negative, right? So when I was playing the game, I was like what was the dude that was like taking care of the not the hospital, the homeless place thing?
Miss Martin Lee.
Yeah, Marlon Lee. So, because when he was, making all this like ominous remarks and stuff, kind of like tell like he's gonna be a villain, but who? Like I don't recognize him at all. Who's he gonna be? And then I see him like this negative color scheme. I'm like, who the hell? It's like I had no idea who this guy is. So that's why I kind of freaked out.
But that's a good twist for you, right?
It is, yeah, because I have no idea. I'm like, well, what the hell? Who's this guy? What the hell? Was it like 5 of them now? They're chasing after me. Holy crap,
And he has pretty cool powers. Like he can negatively charge stuff to give them like energy blast or some shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, does he just shoot like Kamehameha kind of thing, or what was his power actually?
He draws from the negative force. I don't know exactly the negative force is, but he's able to like give people a bit of his power to power them up.
Oh, that's why all the mooks are
Yeah, all the goobers are goobies, right?
really strong.
But he's also able to take it back from them
Oh,
to get himself stronger. Yeah, so he can
I
give the
see.
powers and he can take the powers.
ah.
And it's not just necessarily people too. He can charge objects too, like swords and.
Oh, so it makes swords to shoot like a sword wave kind of thing. Interesting.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's what his power is.
I actually like his character, right? Because he's like a homeless provider, and then turns out he's like this asshole.
And it was like yeah, this is like my other personality, like my other persona. I'm like, the hell, yo? And then he turns out to be like this dude. Like I didn't know how to fight too. I was like, well, what the hell? Oh, I'm supposed to dodge until he used all his power. I see. So did you do the subway thing too, or no? Not yet.
Not yet. I don't think I'm there yet.
Okay.
I didn't want to say one thing though,
What up?
which I find kind of strange,
Mm-hmm.
is that JJ Jonah Jameson,
Yeah.
his podcast in the game, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I really like that thing.
Oh yeah, it is. But he brings up a good point. Spider-Man took down Kingpin, and now there's a power vacuum, right? And people
Yeah.
are trying to fill that void.
Yeah.
And then all these crime rates going up, and people are getting mugged and kidnapped and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, because it's Spider-Man. That's all Spider-Man's fault. And then the people who called in are just like, well, but he did save me. Yeah, but you didn't need to be saved if it wasn't for Spider-Man. He's the one who caused that situation in the first place. Inadvertently, right?
Mm.
But it's still Spider-Man's fault.
Because for me, from my point of view, what JJ said makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Kind of
exactly.
like that. Because what he said is like, Spider-Man are doing this thing, whatever, but it wasn't his job. The police were supposed to be, handling the whatever, right? The police were supposed to be. But because I think I don't know. For me, I don't know if JJ was actually worried about this thing. Like for me, from my point of view, because if Spider-Man is an anomaly. I'm looking at like not a Spider-Man point of view, just as like a bystander, because he is a super powered, hero of justice out of nowhere, masked man. We don't know anything, and you like, beating bad people, whatever, right?
Yeah.
The one thing we know that he's like exceedingly strong. What if he suddenly, start doing bad things? Who can stop him?
No one.
If he start making like, I don't know, a weird cult of like, blah-da-dee, blah-da-doo, will the people turns against the government or whatever? Those kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Because the Spider-Man himself is a lot of people are being safe, and well, even by a mask, he's pretty charismatic, right? People like, I don't know if you play the game. Like when you play the game, when you just like swing by, people are like, "Hey, Spidey,"
Yeah, exactly.
He has influence and whatnot, right? Will he, like if he does bad thing, will he get like immunity? You know what I mean? From the law and stuff like that, because of all the good stuff he did and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about Spider-Man is that he might have superhuman reflexes, but he's not bulletproof, which I think that's just why people aren't too worried about it, because he can die from bullets.
Yeah, but if he, let's just say, put on an armor and whatever.
Yeah,
I think that's what I mean. And an armor isn't that hard to make. You know what I mean?
For him, no. See, this is why
he's a genius. That's why.
That's why I like the story in Batman versus Superman, because that's the plot of the movie. Because Superman is all powerful being. He's bulletproof. He's everything. There's no weakness, right? No known weaknesses.
Yeah.
And then Batman's like, well, what if he turns on us? And everyone's like, no, of course he's not. He's the good guy. Yeah, but if there's a 1% chance he's turning on us, we're fucked. Right?
That's also what crossed my mind about the Spider-Man situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, honestly, I think Superman is a lot more terrifying than Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, of course. Superman has every known abilities to man.
Because I watched the what was it? Injustice, I think. No, what was it? It was the one that where everybody kind of came back. Like Batman was there. There's a Flash. There's Wonder Woman, and Superman was. I forgot what his condition is, but there's like one time they like kind of it's a clash, and Flash was like running really fast trying to get behind him. Oh, yeah. And Superman was like looking at him as you run full speed. I was like, oh no. That was so sick. Yeah. I was like, I was never like, felt so much pressure for someone just turning his head. that was a good display of power. That one.
Yeah. That was from the Justice League movie. Yeah.
Oh, Justice League.
Yeah.
I
thought that scene was the best thing in the whole movie, because it showed off everyone's powers.
Yeah. And how pretty much Superman just overpowers them like effortlessly too.
Yeah. Like no problem.
Horrifying.
Yeah. Okay. So back to Spider-Man.
Right.
See, for me, I enjoyed the combat system in God of War better.
Right.
But I do love exploring the city as Spider-Man. Like it just makes it so easy to swing around the city and stuff.
So Is it because you play God of War first, or it's just that the battle system seems to just suits you better?
I think I just prefer the battle system in God of War.
I see.
Yeah,
Because for me
playing it now.
personally,
Yeah.
yeah. Because for me personally, I think God of War is a harder, like more tactical.
Hmm.
Because you have to block like perfectly, you have to dodge perfectly. While in Spider-Man, you're given like a lot of what do you call it, like chances
Yeah.
to like dodge. The dodge button is like in Spider-Man is like a god tier dodge ability. As long as you press it, you dodge everything.
Yeah. You have a lot of
Yeah.
invincibility frames. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
invisibility frames, and like some people would like they just aim at you and you press circle, they just start shooting away from you, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's like yeah, though. Well, you mentioned what do you call it? The exploring the city was like really fun for in the Spider-Man, right?
Hmm.
Because of the swinging or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, that's too because I've been playing older like Spider-Man games
Yeah.
from the PlayStation One era
Hmm.
till the PlayStation Two, and well, I don't think there's one for PS3, or
No.
was it there one? I don't know,
No, there
but
was one. There was one.
there was one.
But it wasn't
Yeah, I
like
didn't play that one.
it wasn't like this kind of game though. I think it was Spider-Man Lost in Time, Shards of Time, something like that. Webs of Time.
I didn't play that one because this one, their newest one,
Hmm.
well, not newest one, I guess, because now there's the Miles one.
Yeah.
That one, the Spider-Man one, was reminds me of the old PS2 game,
Oh
the
yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That one was at that time
The
was the
best.
best,
It was the best.
yeah,
Yeah.
ever. Because it's like the Spider-Man where you could swing pretty much anywhere, and I would say it's even better on that one, just for like the web swinging
Hmm.
mechanic and whatever,
Yeah.
because in that game you could speed up to like an insane amount of speed.
Oh yeah. You
Like
can.
you could literally catapult yourself from building to building, like, and then just fly away. It like insane, like yeah, and then we just like run at wall and then whatever. So that one had like these, like I played that game just for exploring. Like I don't even fight crimes. I just like swing here, swing there, boom, speed up, and just like go crazy.
Yeah.
That was really really fun, and I think the fact that they took, I don't know, like a respect and what do you call it, like a like taking that aspect of the element
Hmm.
was really one of the selling point of this game
It is.
because
Uh.
it's
Okay, so you can.
insanely beautiful. Yeah, because it was insanely beautiful. It was like the game is beautiful, and like the way you swinging and whatever, it just makes you feel at home.
It really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I was watching a video,
Mm-hmm.
not recently, a couple of years ago, back when this Spider-Man it was pretty newish.
Mm-hmm.
It was the original developer for Spider-Man 2 who developed the swing mechanics,
Oh yeah,
and he was talking about the swing mechanics in this game. He was comparing it, right?
yeah,
He felt
yeah,
very fluid. It felt like an improvement
yeah,
over the previous games.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because the old one, you could go really fast and whatever,
yeah,
but if your control's not that great, you'll be splatting on the walls a lot.
yeah, exactly.
In this one, it kind of like even if you're like splatting on the wall, it kind of still like glides you
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
wall,
They were talking about
so
how
it
there's
keeps the
like
speed and
a
whatever. Yeah,
like it pushes you off or something, right?
yeah.
Like a magnet or like repelling. There's a repelling
Mm-hmm.
mechanic, so you don't.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
You don't lose speed, you don't lose momentum.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though, is that I don't know if a lot of people know this. I'm sure they do, but that you actually lose momentum at a certain point because they purposely slow you down so that the game can load the city.
Well,
Yeah,
uh,
you don't
like
really
how,
notice it, but
yeah.
they definitely do it.
Well,
Is what I heard.
yeah.
Yeah,
But like in PS5 with SSD and whatever, I don't think there's a need for that anymore.
yeah, but I don't know how it is in
Yeah.
Miles Morales because that game was made for the PS4, right? And it was
Right.
just ported over to the
Right.
PS5.
Yeah.
So
But Miles Morales is the for PS5, right?
it came out at the same time as the PS5 and PS4. So I don't know which one it was developed for.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
So I'm sure Spider-Man 2 or whatever they're gonna call
Mm-hmm.
it. I guess technically
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 now. That
Right.
will be the true PS5 game.
Right. Oh, did they announce like they're gonna make a third one?
Oh, do you know what happens in Miles Morales?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil it to you then.
Please. I don't know. I kind of because I don't know if I could ever get a chance to play that game though.
You can buy it on a PS4.
Yeah, but
That
I want to get it on
disappointing pause.
PS5.
That disappointment pause. I know
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you buy it on a PS4, you get a free upgrade to the PS5.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Yeah. So there's no downside to buying the PS4 version.
That is right.
The only downside I would think of is like you buy it and the next day it goes on sale. Like that's the only
Yeah,
downside to
that
it.
suck.
And even
That
then,
suck.
it's not
Yeah,
real
I
downside,
agree.
right?
Yeah, because I mean, you bought it when you thought it was worth it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's actually no, that's gonna be off topic. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
All right. All right. Yeah,
I think
that's the goal too.
we
We're
discussed
trying
it.
to we're trying to keep
Yeah,
it in topic right now.
but
So you're saying?
but I was gonna say like what makes it worth it to buy a game at full price. But I think we discussed this previously, so it's okay.
Ah, right. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so maybe we can discuss it again later, but whatever.
Next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next Yeah. So okay, back to Spider-Man. So you not knowing what happens in Miles Morales,
hmm
what would you want to see in Spider-Man 3? Like, do you want anything to be changed? Do you want anything to be different?
I want Spider Gwen.
You want Spider-Man?
Because in the Spidey universe, yeah, she was sick.
See, that
The one thing I don't like was her shoes.
the thing is, I don't think she will be in the game though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And well, actually, never say never, but I don't think that's the route they want to go through, the multiverse kind of
Yeah.
thing.
hmm
I think we're more likely to see Venom or Carnage.
Wait, as in like, does Venom not mention on the second one at all, or what? I mean, in Miles Morales.
No. Yes? I don't know.
But it was teased. Oh, I see. I was about to say because it was teased really hard on the first one, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything in the second one.
Oh, I see. Not yet then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. Because I want Venom Carnage.
Actually, they might have him in the third one, thinking about it.
Yeah, it has to, because in the PlayStation 1 era too, on Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the 3 was very symbiote heavy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the first one was Doc Ock. No, first one was Rhino. Second one was Doc Ock, and third one
Venom.
was Carnage and Venom. I was like, ooh.
I actually want to see one villain really want to see is Kraven the Hunter. I think I would love to see.
Who's Kraven the Hunter?
He's a Russian game hunter. Like he hunts animals I don't want to say for sport, for game. Like he would, like he'd take their heads and put it on the wall, like that kind of trophy.
Yeah.
Like that's that kind of guy. And he has superpowers, or not superpowers. He's like enhanced human.
Which is
Like he has like durability, strength, speed.
it's like the normal. So it's just like a normal human, like superhuman kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess he's technically a superhuman.
Like does he have like I don't know like some crazy like super concentration or something? Like everything looks slow and he focus or something.
I'm not sure about his powers, but I do know he's
Yeah.
an enhanced human. And I don't know if he has feeling factor. I think he might have something like that. I'm not sure. But he has like, I guess he's like a Wolverine light. You know, he's insanely good tracker. He's like insanely good fighter. And he wants to hunt Spider-Man because that's his like biggest catch. Like that's the one thing he hasn't been able to catch yet. And then he's in a very popular story called Kraven's Last Hunt, where he's like dying from cancer.
Whoa. All right.
Yeah, so the last thing he wants to do is to catch Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So he sets all these traps up and all this traps and other stuff. He manages to beat Spider-Man down.
Wow.
And then he's like, I'm gonna let you live, or something like that, and I'm gonna because I accomplished my goal, and he dies in peace. Yeah, something I'm not really familiar with the story, but I just know that's the more popular story of Kraven. Yeah.
Craven, eh?
Yeah, Craven. I really want to see him.
Russian hunter. I don't know. There's like even in the first one, what's her name? Sable, something Sable. You know the Russian lady.
Yeah, Silver Sable
With
or
the
whatever her name is.
yeah. What was that? Who was she?
She has the power of persuasion, I believe. Like she's able to tell. She doesn't have superpowers in the game, does she?
I'm not sure. She beat the living hell out of Spidey. That's for sure.
Oh, okay. So she has. She's supposed to be like a. I don't want to say shield agent, but she's supposed to be like some kind of spy, a mutant spy.
Oh.
Yeah, she's supposed to have some kind of powers, and yeah, she's not. I think that's more of like a cameo than it is just like a one-time thing.
I see.
Yeah, she's supposed. Well, she's supposed to have a somewhat bigger role in the comics.
Ah, well, in the game too, she has a pretty big role.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a cameo by any means at all. She's like kind of like the rivaling power kind of thing in the game at a certain point. But yeah, I've never heard of her too.
Oh, okay.
That's like, and I never knew like for example like what's her name? Black Cat.
Black Cat, yeah.
I don't know if she's like she's like an enemy. She's an ally. She's Ada Wong. I don't. I can't.
She's supposed to be like a anti-hero. Because
So she is a hero in a way.
she is a hero in a way, but in her heart of hearts, she's a thief. So that's what she.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's why she and Spider-Man clashes. Like, yeah, she'll help Spider-Man out for sure, but then she'll like run away with like a gem that they're supposed to trying to save or something. You know.
I
Yeah.
see. I see.
Yeah. So I think that's most of the. Every time Spider-Man and Black Cat team up, there's always like trying to get a treasure back, and then they team up, they get the treasure back, and then Spider-Man's like, "Oh, thanks, Black
And
Cat."
treasure's gone.
Yeah.
No problem. And treasure's gone.
Yeah, and the treasure's gone. It's like, oh fuck. Oh, that Black Cat. But I know there's supposed to be like a flirty relationship.
It feels that way in the game at least.
Yeah, I know they had relations before
Oh.
in the comics. Yeah,
Oh. Interesting.
but I guess because of the different lifestyles, they decide not to pursue it.
Well, I guess their way of doing things is different,
Yeah.
right?
Well, but that's like saying Batman and Catwoman want to get together, right? Because Catwoman in her heart is a thief too.
But did they get together?
Yeah, they're married. They're married in the comics right now.
I have no idea. Holy shit.
So technically, they are married right now.
Wow. But is she still doing
Catwoman stuff?
Black Cat stuff? Or yeah, Catwoman stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
And is Batman not stopping her and stuff? Or he's just like, whatever.
He's like, whatever. Well, I don't think she's
I
like
see.
stealing stuff or anything. She just like, well, I don't say that not stealing. She's not performing like giant heists anymore, I guess. She's just doing more like petty
I see.
crimes or something. I don't know.
Slap on the wrist kind of
Yeah.
crimes.
But I don't see why she would do petty crimes anymore because she's married to Bruce Wayne, who's like
It's for the thrill.
yeah, I guess for the thrill, yeah. Who knows? But for Black Cat's situation, I don't know why they.
I keep getting those two mixed up. Black Cat and Catwoman.
They're pretty much the same characters, like Thanos and Darkseid, like Deadpool and Deathstroke.
I thought they look similar, like Deathstroke and Deadpool.
Yeah.
But I think they're very different.
Well, Deadpool is a parody.
Well,
Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke.
Oh, really?
Have you ever noticed that they both share the same name, Wade Wilson?
No. I didn't know what Deathstroke real name is.
So his name is Wade Wilson. Yeah.
Oh.
And Deadpool's character
That's-
for breaking the fourth wall wasn't even introduced until like later in his comic book life.
Oh, and that's what makes him very popular, right?
He wasn't always like that crazy, goofy, silly, wisecracking son of a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, originally he was supposed to be a parody of Deathstroke, and then he evolved into that character.
Because for me, what I've only known Deadpool from Deadpool, yeah, Deadpool from the wall breaker.
Yeah.
So
Well, Deadpool didn't get popular until like 10 years ago, I believe.
yeah, which is around the time I knew
Yeah.
him. So
Like he was the next Wolverine. You know how like everything was Wolverine
yeah.
up until around
Yeah.
that time it became all Deadpool. Like yeah, for the longest time Deadpool had like 3-4 series going on at once or something like that. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, there was like his Deadpool main series, Deadpool and Cable, and then like the Deadpool Forces or Deadpool Corps or whatever, Zombie Deadpool.
The X, not the X-Men.
X-Force.
the X-Force. Yeah. There you go.
Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. You know, like what the hell? All these silly stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, now see, we keep going off topic. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because everything's are connected.
I
right?
guess so. I mean, with
That's
the
what we're
Marvel
trying to show
Universe,
people.
everything is connected in the Marvel Universe.
In a very complicated and delicate way.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go off topic. See.
Yeah.
This is why. For Star Wars.
Yeah.
For Star Wars, this is why I thought that was so disappointing, because from the very beginning of the Marvel cinematic universe, they had an idea. They had a story to tell. They knew where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
But when the sequel,
do they?
Yeah, from the very beginning, they're like, yeah, we're gonna make Iron Man,
Like,
and if that gets popular, we'll make another movie, and then another movie, and then we'll connect them together. Yeah.
Right.
So they had an idea of what they wanted to do. But for Star Wars, they weren't like that. They were like, yeah, we're going to make 3 movies. Each movie is going to have a new director, and we're going to let them do whatever they want.
Oh, is that how it was?
That's how it was. So that's why it kind of feels weird and awful.
Every time.
Right? Like, episode 7 feels so different from episode 8, and episode 8 feels so different from episode 9. But 7 and 9 feels very similar. Because 7 and 9,
because it's the same guy,
made by the same guy, which is like maybe. Like, I love the character designs. Like, don't get me wrong,
character designs are amazing.
Character designs, the props, the world, everything, the ships, everything about it's good. But the characters themselves and the story itself,
how the story was written, whatever, like, was pretty.
I don't know. And then now they're making another trilogy that's gonna be like away from the Skywalker saga, which.
So what is it gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be any good or not.
But they're doing like right now they have this Valorant, not Valorant. What was it called?
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Valorant is a different game. Sorry.
See, now this is my.
Yeah. What is that?
Mandalorian is about a Mandalorian, like a Mandalorian bounty hunter, going off on adventures.
That's
and stuff.
The Boba Fett, right?
Not Boba Fett. It's a different
Boba
Mandalorian.
Fett. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should watch it. It's a really good show.
Oh, maybe I'll give it a try.
I'm not gonna.
Because a lot of people have been like telling me, "Hey, watch this, watch that, watch this, watch that," and I'm like, I don't watch. They're like, give it a shot. I'm like,
you can watch the highlights on YouTube.
Eventually,
it's a really good show, I would say. The first season.
Well, a lot of people seem.
I would say the first season is okay. The second season is where it's at, though. Second season, everything's good.
Oh, I see.
But it's like to be expected.
Because like how do I say this? Like Game of Thrones. People were saying like amazing things too, right? I kind of tried to watch the first season. Like the first episode had me yawning blood. Because the world building and whatever, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a lot of explanation.
Because the thing is...
But after that, it's probably better after that, which I understand, but...
Well, the thing is about Game of Thrones is that everyone loves the first... Everyone was hooked on the first episode because of the twist at the end.
Well, as in like... how do I say this? It's good, it's just that the ending was kind of sad, right? Like, not sad, like...
It was shocking. It was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Now I need to watch... Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it's like, but I don't know what the... Because I might still watch it later, but...
I'm not going to say anything then.
Yeah.
So, the difference though is that Mandalorian is only half an hour episodes, whereas Game of Thrones was 1 hour, right? Yeah.
Right.
So, in the Mandalorian, I would say in the season 1, the first 4 episodes was world building, and the last 4 was kind of like setting up the story. There's 8 episodes per season, right? And then the season 2, I enjoyed every episode. Like, I want to say
every single second of it.
Like, how can I say, the CGI was really good, the props is really good.
Do I have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy it?
They make some references to the previous stuff, but nothing too major.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
I
like
see.
crazy that you can't follow.
All right.
So here's my complaint about this thing now.
All right.
Is
Bring it
that
on.
The Mandalorian takes place 5 years after the Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi episode what?
6. So between episode 6 and 7.
6. All right.
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 But there's also these other series with the Clone Wars, the Clone Wars series, and then some other bullshit that's happening. So that happens like in these previous episodes, right? So then when you watch episode 7, you're just like, okay, so where is all these characters? What happens, right? Because they don't follow those characters. We don't know what happened to those characters.
Right.
So what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense.
I see. I see.
Right?
I see.
Like, you want to be spoiled for Mandalorian? Was that?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so in Mandalorian, the Mandalorian finds a baby, right?
Right. Oh, the
Yeah,
baby
the
Yoda?
And then,
Is it actually Yoda or?
no, it's just the same species, but they call
I
him
see.
Baby Yoda, right?
All right.
So his name is Grogu. His real
Oh,
name is
okay.
Grogu. And then in the second season, they find a Jedi, and it's Luke.
Oh, so it's actually Luke.
Yeah, so Luke comes and he's like, "Okay, I'm here for the child, right? I need to train. We need to train him so he can protect himself." And then Mando was just like, "I'll come back for you. I promise." Right? Because they developed a father-son relationship through their
Already, yeah.
adventures. It was really sad, but
Yeah.
he had to go. And then, so that's great and all. Grogu goes with Luke, but you also remember that in the sequel trilogy, Luke loses his Jedi temple, right? Because Kylo Ren kills everyone.
Right.
So now you're wondering, like, oh, so did Grogu survive, or did he ended up getting wiped out by Kylo Ren? I don't
right.
know. And then, so in season 2, they also have the first appearance of a character called Ashoka.
Okay.
She makes an appearance in the Clone Wars animated series,
Oh, okay.
right? So that happens between episodes 2 and 3,
Right.
and she's Anakin's apprentice.
Right. So she's a Jedi of sort too.
Yeah, so she's like a Padawan. In
Padawan.
season
Right.
2. Okay,
That's
right?
the word. Yeah.
So then now you're going, okay, where was she in episode 3? I don't know. Great. Okay, so where was she in episode 4, 5, 6? I don't know. Okay, awesome.
Maybe she was doing, something else, not part of the main story. She did something
Yeah.
in the background, kind of thing, like her own thing, or got killed back screen or something, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the excuse they're going for, right? Because she got
Yeah.
exiled from the Jedi.
Oh, that's actually what it is.
Yeah. So she got exiled, which is why she's not there in episode 3.
What did she turn to, like a Sith?
No, she doesn't turn to a Sith. She's like doing her own thing in 4, 5, 6, and then we see her doing stuff in Mandalorian now. So that's their
I guess-
excuse. But it's just kind of like, why introduce these characters in between episodes, right? Do we really need more backstories and characters? Because you're just gonna, it's like the Marvel effect almost. Because you know how,
Everything's connected.
no, not that just that, but like you know how in the newest Marvel movies now they have to make a reference to the previous heroes, right?
Right.
Like with Spider-Man, was it Far From Home?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember Spider-Man was just like, okay, why not just ask Doctor Strange to do it? Why not ask Captain Marvel to do it? Where's Thor? Right? They have to say that in every movie now, right? Because that's because of how everyone lives in New York or whatever, and everyone's all connected.
Yeah, but then everybody's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, so that's why they have to say something, right? It's like now in Ant-Man they'll probably be like, oh, why not just ask Doctor Strange? Why not ask Thor? Why not ask Captain Marvel? Blah 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 blah.
They're doing their own thing.
Yeah, we're Spider-Man. Oh, we can't get Spider-Man to help. He's busy, in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Right? That's the same excuse it was for Miles Morales in the game.
Is it?
Yeah, because Spider-Man was like, oh yeah, MJ got a job in another country. I need to go with her so we can make it like a vacation. You're on your own, Miles. Peace out. And that's basically why you're only playing as Miles in the game.
Oh, I see. Because what I was saying is that, because I mean, it's not like it's a job, right? Like, saving those people.
Yeah.
it kind of makes it sound like it's a hobby now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just save people because I can. I don't have to. You know, great power comes with great responsibility. Yeah, but it's a hobby. You know.
You sound like Saitama from One Punch Man. That's what his line was. I'm a hero for fun. Yeah.
That's what Spider-Man is. Well, yeah, I'm a hero. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of stuff exploding. But yeah, my wife is got a job somewhere, and we're gonna make a vacation. Peace. That's what it sounded like to me. So I'm like, okay.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because they don't get paid to do these things. They want to because they feel like they have to.
Yeah. Well, if they feel like they have to, they wouldn't go on a vacation, right?
Yeah. Well,
so that's why, because they go on a vacation, that means that's a hobby, right?
But that's why Spider-Man was passing all the responsibility onto Miles.
Well, that's a very...
It's like at work, you know? It's like at work when you have your shift ends. You're just like, all right, so now it's all up to you now. Peace out. I'm going home.
That's why I hate working with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, all right, Bosh, I'm going to clock out. See you tomorrow. And you're like, wait, what?
You left all this pile of trash to me?
Yeah, that's how it is, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
true.
Oh, shit, my time's up. Okay, peace out. Yeah, I would say that's my complaint about these interconnected stories. Like, they always have to say something.
It's hard. That's why. Because they know that people like you will always ask, like, well, where's Thor? Where's Doctor Strange? Where's Iron Man? You know?
Yeah, exactly. And well, the other problem is, like, if Captain Marvel was in the city, she would just blow everything up and finish the movie in like 2 seconds. So there wouldn't be a movie even. So they have to have an excuse.
Captain Marvel is there.
Right? So they have to have an excuse where
I forgot she exists.
She either had to lose her powers, or there's an enemy that's so strong that she has to fight her.
Fight it like away in the universe or something.
Yeah. Like see, the thing is, like, when these characters are so powerful, like literally Thor is godlike, is a god. You have to send him away if he's gonna help someone, right? He's like, oh shit, Thor, I need you to throw this meteor into the sun before the bomb explodes or something, right? And she's like, okay, let me do that, and I'll be back when the fight's over. You know what I mean? So, like, if you were to write a story, how would you combat that? You can't really, right? You just gotta...
No. Well, that's the thing, because for me, personally, I wouldn't make my world that interconnected. If it is, it won't be... That's why, like, at least for the story that I wrote, the interconnection won't be as blatant. As in, like, my character... As in, like, because, like, they're... Clearly, like, they're in the same world, the same city, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like... So their interaction is bound to happen. It has to happen, right?
Yeah.
For me, like, my character, even when they're connected, it's usually got to be like either it'll be a different lifetime, or it would be in like a different universe, like those kind of stuff. Like, it'll be they don't have to be there, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I see. So it's kind of like, oh, thanks for helping me. If you have big troubles, give me a call and I'll come over, something like that, right?
Not really like that. It's just that, like, in this universe, I'm like, as in, like, in this timeline, so to speak. I'm not here, so I can't help you, kind of thing.
I see. Okay.
It's just a different thing, like, because for me, like, my principle is that if my character is, like, you know, all the powerful characters are there, and write a story, and I want them to, like, you know, there's a tough enemy, I will make them all, you know, work together. Has to. Because they exist, right?
Yeah.
I can't just make one stand out. If I want to make them stand out, I will make them stand out in a way that will make them, you know, overshadow everybody else.
Yeah.
But everybody will be there. You know what I mean?
Like Naruto. Everyone is just kind of there.
Yeah. They're not being anything. They're just there. Got beat up, but then there's one dude that just, like, come in and save the day. And the next episode, that guy's super useless, and somebody else become the...
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, like the Dragon Ball effect, right? Everyone's just there to stall time until Goku comes, right?
Yeah. But, like, in my story, it's not just going to be Goku. Like, there'll be other characters, too, that would be, like, you know, maybe awakening new power, or, like, able to harness their ability or whatever.
Yeah.
That might even save the Goku, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Maybe.
but here's the next problem that comes with this storytelling is that,
Yeah.
and I don't know how Marvel is gonna address it either.
Oh,
Is
well,
the
they're
power creep, right? Like eventually these characters are
well,
gonna get so strong. Like at what point do you cap it off?
well. That's what I mean. That's the hardest part,
Yeah.
right? Because by Thanos, snapping finger, everything ends. I don't know. They're gonna fucking top that up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how are they gonna have an Avenger level threat for the next one, right? Like, what is this guy gonna be able to do?
Yeah. Does that mean all non? For me, the concern was actually, will the what do you call it? Like non-Avenger threat just dismissed or?
Yeah, right. Like, well, I believe in Marvel. They're able to tell the stories that they want, and we just all eat it up like candy, right?
Like wet candy? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah, like candy. Like that's what we do. We
Oh,
just
like candy.
we just eat it like it's nothing.
We just nom 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 nom.
Well, I don't know if this is gonna be the next Marvel Avengers villain, but Krang the Conqueror is supposed to make an appearance.
Who's Krang?
So Krang the Conqueror is a guy that travels through time and like alters the
People's
past.
fate?
Yeah, like alters the past so that he's like the ruler of the earth or something like that. Yeah.
Is he gonna He's gonna twist time back so all the what do you call it, the heroes comes back or what?
That I don't know. And I don't know what kind of story they're gonna do for the cinematic universe because
Right.
the movie they change up things quite a bit actually.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. How do they change it up?
Like the origin stories is a little bit different. Like the
Huh.
biggest one would be Ultron. Ultron was made by a guy named Hank Pym in the comics,
Right?
and they have like a really abusive, like destructive father-son relationship between the two, right?
Between Ultron and the father,
Yeah,
the creator.
yeah,
Okay.
Ultron and Pym, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the movie universe, Ultron is made by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner,
Oh,
which makes more sense, right?
right. Yeah.
Right, because Hank Pym is the guy who made the Ant-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it makes more sense for Tony Stark to make Ultron, right? Because he's a robotics engineer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that's the origin change, the origin difference between the two, right?
I see.
Yeah.
So they just add like changing some settings to make things more fluid, I guess.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying I don't know what they're gonna do with Krang. Are they gonna make him
Right.
like? Because I know he's supposedly from the future. So I
Oh.
don't know if he's gonna be from the future and he travels back into the past to fuck shit up,
Mm-hmm.
or is it like him going back into the past to stop people from stopping him in the future? I don't know.
How's he supposed to lose?
He's supposed to be the enemies of a group called the Young Avengers.
What?
So the Young Avengers are the next generation Avengers, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not really familiar with Krang the Conqueror's story.
Right.
That's all I
But
know.
that's supposed to be the next in the agenda.
Was that?
That's supposed to be like the next villain in the agenda.
That I don't know, but they have confirmed that Krang will be in Ant-Man, the next
Oh,
Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I see. Oh hell, I never even watched Ant-Man 1 like at all.
You
Like
don't
I never
really
watched
need,
any Ant-Man before.
you don't really need to be honest.
It doesn't matter that much or what?
Not really, no. Maybe
Oh,
the third one won't matter because of just how where the direction is going, but
I
yeah,
see.
I don't know. For me, honestly, I thought they were going to bring back Ultron, but because
Wait,
the
will Ultron ever showed up? I don't remember Ultron.
Ultron was in the second Avengers movie.
So wait. Avenger, the first one. Who's the enemy?
That was Loki.
Loki,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Second one is.
is Ultron.
I don't remember.
You probably didn't watch the second one.
But I watched the third one though.
Yeah, the third one was Thanos, and third and
Thanos,
fourth
right?
one was Thanos. Yeah,
Oh no.
you probably didn't watch the
I
second
gotta
one.
watch the second one.
Does the second one have anything that matters? Not really, I don't think. You could probably skip the second one, to be honest.
Well, I did.
Yeah. The second one was supposed to set up the Infinity Stones, which
Right.
which didn't really make much sense in that scene, I think. Was it in Avengers or was it in Civil War?
I never watched Civil War 2.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, if you've seen one Marvel movie, you kind of know what's happening. It's like,
Yeah. There's a recap kind of thing.
yeah, kind of.
You could piece them together.
See, okay, so for me, I thought Ultron was gonna be the next villain because his whole thing was that he comes back and gets upgraded every time. Like, he's supposed to get stronger and better.
Oh no, I got the wrong idea. It's not Ultron. It was Galacticus. I think that was the dude.
Oh, Galactus.
In my head. Yeah. In my head, it was like this huge ass robot that was like, is that Ultron? No, it wasn't.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Eater of Worlds. See, the thing is, he can't be introduced yet until they introduce Fantastic Four.
They haven't?
No. Fantastic Four is on the list of movies to be made, but...
What about the... I thought they made a movie about that. They did?
No, that was like a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the old movies. They're not part of the MCU, so to speak.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so what villains would you want to see? Like, the big main villain. Like, who would you want to see as the big bad?
On what?
In the Marvel Universe.
I don't know Marvel very well. That's why. Like, see, here's the thing. I'm I have something to confess.
Mm-hmm.
Like until recently, like what, probably like 5 to 10 years, I've never knew that Marvel and DC were like separate thing.
Oh. Well, you and many, many more people to come.
That's what I mean.
You know?
We have no idea. I'm like, okay, so why can't Batman and Spider-Man fight together?
Because they're owned by different companies. Oh, now you know, right?
That's what I was like, oh. So
Like,
why can't, I don't know, Superman and like Iron Man just, I don't know, do combo Kamehameha or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? I never knew. I thought they were just like...
I mean, that's okay. I mean, a lot of people don't know, right? It just comes...
That's why I was like, when I talked to you and you're explaining all this shit, I'm like, oh, we're Cyclops. Different company, bro. Oh. Like,
yeah, just different cultures.
Gambit? Same. Different thing, dude. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Different. Well, now it's a different times,
Yeah.
right? Everyone knows
Yeah.
DC is DC, Marvel's Marvel. And now people are more aware of like different studios and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now it's less dream and more company based.
Yeah, because remember 10 years ago, if you tell people you read comics, people would be like, ew, you fucking nerd, get away from me. But now if you tell people to read comics, you're just like, oh shit, I love Iron Man, I love Spider-Man, and whatever the fuck, because of all the movies, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never been called a nerd by reading comic.
I mean, I call you a nerd all the
So-
time, you fucking weeaboo.
Well, but you're the nerd though.
I mean, weeaboo, nerd, otaku, they're all pretty
That's
much the same
different.
thing.
I'm a weeb. I'm a weeb, and I'm proud of it. You're a nerd.
I mean, it's all part of the geek culture, you know what I mean?
Part of the community.
Yeah, part of the community. See, what I want to see next, I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I would love to see it, is that the Avengers versus X-Men storyline.
Oh my god. There's too many X-Men, dude.
Yeah. Because,
There's way too many X-Men.
what can I say?
And they're too strong.
They're strong, right? But then,
Cause here's the thing. Like, if there's anything, I think it's more makes sense if it's X-Men versus JoJo. Because I think that's I think they're on the same concept there.
well, okay, but hear me out though, because
Uh-huh.
I don't know how they're gonna adapt it, but I hope they somewhat adapt the current X-Men storyline. So in the current story of X-Men, they gathered all the mutants, all the good ones, all the bad ones, and they're all living harmoniously on an island now.
They are?
Yeah. So they're all separated on an island, and they're just saying, you know what? because you guys don't fucking like us, if you don't take care of us, we're gonna live on our own islands, and you guys can fuck off, right? We're gonna live in peace on our island now.
Mm-hmm.
So I want them to kind of do something similar to that kind of storyline, where they've always been around. The mutants have always been around, but they just choose to live on an island separated from everything else.
Being a hermit.
Yeah, being a hermit. And then if people are just like, "Oh, how come you guys didn't try to save us from Thanos?" Right? And
why would we?
And then they can be like, "Well, how come you didn't save us from all these other discriminations?
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck were you?" Right? I think
You only need us when. Yeah, I think that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, I think that would be like an interesting dynamic, right? Where people are like, "Well, you have these powers, you should be saving the world."
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Trust me when I say this. Anything with X-Men will drive people insane.
Oh yeah, of course. X-Men is
because it's X-Men.
Yeah, they're top franchise for Marvel.
Exactly.
Well, I wouldn't say top franchise. It's mostly because of Wolverine, right? Everyone loves Wolverine. Everyone loves.
Was it? I was never actually a Wolverine like person. I always like Cyclops. I do. I always like Cyclops. I like Cyclops. I-beam was like insanely insane.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate part, right? Cyclops doesn't have his own story. It's always Wolverine, right? Wolverine has his own stories.
Yeah, it's always Wolverine's story.
Yeah. Magneto is pretty cool sometimes.
Rogue is really cool sometimes.
Yeah, Rogue.
Storm's still OP.
Storm, Gambit. Yeah,
I like Gambit too. Yeah. Because I've wanted like Gambit powers since like first time I see him. He just make a card explode. I thought like his ability was like, like make things explode, right? No, it's even better. Storing energy on some things. I'm like, what the fuck? That was so cool.
He just why does he choose cards though? Because you can charge anything and everything, right? Why?
No, because it's easier to throw.
Why not just throw coins or rocks?
Because with a card, have you seen people throwing cards?
Yeah, you can flick it and stuff, right? But you can also flick like daggers and stuff.
They could curve it and stuff. Daggers are heavy, crazy. Card is just a slice of paper, like it is. Like you could curve it, you could turn it like it's hard to intercept. Like it's insane. Like the thing you could do with a piece of paper, an exploding piece of paper, mind you.
Yeah. See, now you just give me this idea where Gambit like carries like a giant bag of coins, like spare change.
Just go with
like
ding, 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 boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. He's like, hey,
because coins are heavy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got a spare change.
Yeah.
Because coins are heavy. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Because I was gonna say X-Men is their popular franchise, but
because their ability is refreshing. It's not just like a super guy who could do everything. It's this guy is like normal human, but he has this like in the sense of like let's just say Cyclops, right?
Uh-huh.
He's a normal dude, but it's just that his vision is fucked up, and if he looks at people wrong, they turn to like an ice cream, they just melt, like those kind of stuff. Or like there's this like Storm is just like she doesn't. If you punch her in the stomach, she'll probably be like broken organ or something.
Yeah.
But she could turn the weather to like whatever she wants.
Oh yeah, of course.
Look at that crippled old man Xavier. Ooh, he's like crippled, but he could like break your mind if he really wills to. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it's a good balance, but it has a specification that makes it interesting. You know what I mean? I almost say like each mutants are unique almost.
Yeah, they are supposed to be unique.
That's why.
I don't know if they would each of them have a drawback. I would say. You know what I mean?
I would say drawback, but they have a weakness, a normal weakness. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
They're human. If you poison them, they die.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I was reading the comments, and then so this is the interesting part is that Magneto's storyline is based off of him being Jewish, right? A Jewish boy during World War II.
Okay.
So yeah, right. So you can imagine, like him being sent to concentration camps by the Nazis and all that stuff. He survived that terrible time. But if they're to bring Magneto and Xavier into the cinematic universe, it wouldn't make much sense because he would be too old for that storyline.
So, oh yeah, because it's too early, right?
Yeah, right. Because what World War II was like in the he would be like 80 years old if they're to make a if they're give him the World War II storyline, right? So people are saying they should try to update it or try to like blink him into existence
Yeah.
somehow. Like,
Yeah. Well, I would say, well, the thing is, like, they kind of try to keep up with the date. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Movie came out at like 2019, so yeah, of course, like these heroes are fighting at the
yeah,
2019.
yeah, exactly.
They really don't need to mention that. You know what I mean?
Oh, actually, no, it's not because the Marvel universe is technically 5 years ahead now.
Oh,
Remember, because at the beginning of Endgame, it was like 5 years later.
right.
Yeah, so now they're living in 2026.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good to know that there's still people in 2026.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so technically, we should be snapped right now.
Yeah. I don't feel so good.
Do you think you'd survive the snap?
No.
Do you want to survive the snap?
No. I mean, yeah.
But would you want to be
Surviving the snap would be pretty nice.
would you want to be snapped knowing you can come back 5 years later?
No, I lost too much.
Yeah, 5 years is a long time to be gone. I feel sorry for the people who didn't get snapped and they had to move on, right? Like, say for example, like
Okay.
your wife or husband got snapped away, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to move on, right? You know, 5 years later you have a new partner, new family, and then everyone gets brought back, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck? Like my husband came back, or like my wife came back, like.
Oh, my wife came back. Hi, this is my second wife.
Yeah, like what the fuck do you do now? You just go, okay, see you later. I'm gonna go back to you, or you gonna be like, oh, I can't. I moved on.
Why not marry both? I don't see the problem. What's wrong with that? Because we thought you died, you did. Well, there has to be a law about that, or not? I don't know.
I don't think you're allowed to have more than one wife. In your
Where?
Islamic culture, I'm sure it's fine, but
Oh no, that's what I mean.
that's why you think it's okay, but in I'm pretty sure in the rest of the world, it's not. Unless you're Mormon. Apparently, if you're Mormon, you can have as many wives as you want.
Oh, a what?
Mormon is like another type of
What's a Mormon?
another sect of Christianity or some shit like that. You know how there's Catholic Christianity and Judaism and all that. It's like
But that's a religion
yeah,
thing,
it's
right?
a religion thing.
Well, so is Muslim. Islam is a religion.
Yeah, but
So what can we have?
yeah, because that's the law. You can't discriminate
speak,
against
right?
your religion. So if your religion says it's okay,
Yeah.
then you have to, right?
So yeah, then there you go. That means that's not my problem.
You're like, oh, I got 2 wives now. Oopsies, or not oopsies.
Well, nice.
All according to plan is what he said.
All according to Keikaku.
Yeah. And I just realized that we rambled on for for off topic
too
for
long.
too long. Yeah.
Holy crap! It's 1 hour already.
Yep. So we started off with trying to talk about Spider-Man PS4, and we ended up talking
Yeah.
about.
I realize it's pointless. We'll just talk what we want to talk about.
Yeah. See, that's what
It's
I mean.
funner this way.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we should let people know. It's like
Right.
before this episode recorded, we were talking about some feedback that we got, and how
Yeah.
people were just saying, "Oh,
From,
you should go back to."
We wouldn't say people. There's one faithful listener, or so he says, that we kind of not on topic. Like we what do you call it? Like we would talk about something and then we just derail off track and then talk about something else and then just completely forgetting what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Which we agree. It happen a lot. But we found that, well, I mean, at least I personally find it that it's funner that way.
It is.
And I'm pretty sure whoever's listening would enjoy it, listening to people actually enjoy talking, right? So, you know what? Fuck them. So we'll just talk whatever we want to talk.
Right, because that listener was telling us, oh, just stick to anime or just stick to video game. But for
Well, no. He didn't say it that way. He just said, focus.
yeah, but for
Which is feedback.
I mean, I get it. It's like, but for me or for us, it's like we can't. I want us to be a variety podcast, so we can talk about whatever, whenever,
Yeah, anything.
Right?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're doing anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's hard to just stay on topic. It's just we can't. We
Yeah.
like to talk about
we don't.
whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, we talk about anything, whatever pops out in our mind. So yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, so that's it for what I have to say about that. Ranting over.
Yeah. Ranting over.
Anything else you want to add onto this weird episode?
Happy New Year, everyone! It was a fun year. Let's hope next year is better.
Yeah, here's to a better year. Okay.
Here's to a better years. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Bashka, do the outro.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Bashka,
This is Alex.
and we're the Fool's Odyssey. Thanks for listening for our ramble. See you again next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.